Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and today we're talking about iOS 26.4, and we already have the third beta released to the devs, and it's actually an amazing update. iOS 26.4 has been packed with features since the beginning, and of course the first couple of betas will always be the ones that will contain the most new features, and then the follow-up betas will have a few new features, but of course a lot of improvements and also a lot of enhancements on the current added features. So in this video we're going to talk about the latest update, of course the latest new features, and everything else you need to know regarding iOS 26.4. Now, as usual with iOS 26 betas, iOS 26.4 beta 3 is also huge in size. I don't know why it displays here like 13 gigabytes. It actually downloads pretty fast, and based on my internet speed, I know that 13 gigabytes won't actually take that fast to download. It is probably way less than that. It just shows 13. I don't know why, but in my opinion it should be around 1 gig. But again, you will get this size on your device if you're updating from beta 2 to beta 3. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the build number here for the last beta of iOS 26.4. As you might know, with iOS 26.4, you won't actually see the build number when you go to the general settings and you go to iOS version here. You will see just the iOS version, but if you tap on it, and then it will display the build number. So it's 23E5223F. This is the new build number for iOS 26.4 beta 3, indicating that we're getting close to the final release. And now let's go ahead and talk about the new features that we have been able to discover on the third beta of iOS 26.4. First of all, we're heading to the Music app. So on the Music app right here, you know that we have a new way to create playlists with iOS 26.4 and Apple Intelligence. You can now use Apple Intelligence to create playlists, but here's a change that you will find on the latest beta. You can see right here, instead of just actually typing the idea for your playlist, now it will show you ideas. So you can see new playlist ideas, so you can just tap on them, and then it will use that auto-generated idea from iOS to create a playlist for you, which is pretty cool. And as you can see right here, it will take only a few seconds to actually create you a really nice playlist. Now with iOS 26.4, we're expecting a few new emojis to be added to the iOS keyboard. We know that will happen, even though it hasn't happened until now. But actually the emojis are here, but they're so you can actually search for the emojis. It will just display the question mark. So if I just go ahead and search here for an emoji that I know, or type right there an emoji that I know will be added to iOS 26.4, you can see it shows the question mark. And even if I go to the emojis here and search it, you can see it does display just the question mark, because they basically haven't added the files yet, but they will be here most likely with the next beta. Now, another thing with iOS 26.4 is expected to be the ability to share messages from the Fitness app. And you can see here from Aaron on X, iOS 26.4 beta 3 adds a new share message from Fitness app. Basically, this has been found on the code of iOS 26.4 and is coming to your iOS 26.4 devices. And we also have a new splash screen here for iOS 26.4 on the TV app. So what's new on Apple TV? The F1 is on Apple TV, and MLS is included with Apple TV. Basically just letting users know the new things coming to Apple TV. Now iOS 26.4 will also fix like a bug or whatever you want to call it with the App Store. Just notice here how fast the App Store will load. Now if you had beta 2 on your device, you know that this actually took quite long to load. This happened on the App Store and also on the Games app, the new Games app of iOS 26, and now both have been fixed. also iOS 26.4 will fix an issue where the dump button will basically overlap the battery icon while editing the app. So if the wallpaper, actually if you go here, it will just overlap there with the battery icon, and now it actually has been fixed. So these are the new features and changes that we have been able to find on iOS 26.4 until now. And now let's go ahead and talk about the battery, which is of course really important. So right here we have the battery usage, and this is of course on iOS 26.4 beta 2. You can see right here it actually does quite good. And of course, sometimes it will do better, sometimes not. This is basically a day that I have been traveling, having the hotspot turned on all the time, always switching from 4G to 5G. You don't expect to get good battery life, but these days you can see right here 57%, 7 hours 47 minutes. Right here you can see 4 hours with 54%, 8 hours right here 74%. It actually has been doing quite good. So when it comes to battery life, expect to get a really good battery life with iOS 26.4. Now of course we'll have to wait a few more days to see how the new beta will perform, but I'm pretty sure it will actually do quite well. The performance is also okay. Of course, you don't expect anything else from a 0.4 update. It is actually really smooth. The animations are very smooth, very fast. Everything works as it should. It also shows right here numbers: a single core score at 3,783, the multi-core score at 9,849. It is actually great on performance in numbers here, and also in everyday use. You will actually feel no difference from a public release using this beta. So what to expect next from iOS 26.4? Well, of course, beta 4 will be released next week, and most likely it will happen on Monday, just like every other beta has been released. So on Monday, March the 9th, expect to see the 4th beta of iOS 26.4. Now I would actually expect to see 5 betas for this update, so the 16th of March most likely will be the day that we get the 5th beta, and then the RC on the 23rd, and then followed up by the public release of iOS 26.4, which in my opinion should happen on March 30th. These are the dates that I'm looking for based on previous releases from Apple and everything else. These are the dates that I'm expecting the new updates to be released. So the 23rd of March should be the RC, and then the 30th should be the public release. Even though it might happen a week early, but we'll have to wait and see for that. So that's basically it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and of course subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you on the next one.